Guys, can you hear me? Everybody, can you hear me? Hopefully, people are hopping on in. All right, how is everybody doing tonight? Hopefully, everybody is good. We are going to be watching the 1968 Night of the Living Dead. I looked this one up too. It's public domain, so this should not get a copyright claim because it's a public domain film. There's only like a few movies in history that are public domain. So how's everybody doing? Molly, how are you doing? I'm good. I'm glad to hear that. Hi. Hello, Olivia. How are you doing? Mercy, thank you. Carolyn, thank you for joining. All right, hit that like button, slay it, and we will get the show on the road. We're going to be watching the original Night of the Living Dead, which is a classic. I've seen this movie several times. Several. Oh my god, this is as old as me. It's snowing where I'm at. Actually, we're supposed to be getting some snow later on tonight, is what I'm hearing on my end. But anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and get this thing going. I'm very excited about that, actually. So what we're going to do is we'll wait for a few more people to jump on in. Hit that like button. When we get this video to at least 5 to 6 likes, I will hit that play button. Hopefully more people start jumping on in. I'm doing great. I'm glad to hear that. I loved your BTS reaction, by the way. Thank you so much, Carolyn. I'm glad you enjoyed it. The Paranormal Attractions, how are you? Thank you so much. I'm doing okay. Just really busy week. But I'm very excited to watch a movie with you guys live. This is an interesting thing. Sorry I wasn't here last Friday. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's been pretty warm for me today. I'm in the UK, LOL. Hey, I'm glad to hear that. That's good. I wish it was warmer here. It's pretty chilly outside right now. Thank you so much for all of you joining. Oh man, I appreciate this. I really appreciate this. I hope a lot of you like this movie. If a lot of you haven't seen this movie, it's going to be a fun experience with you guys. This is a cool movie, I gotta tell you, and it's one of my favorite zombie films. Not because of the effects, not because of the characters. It's because this was the beginning of the zombie trope, not zombie trope, but the zombie genre, the zombie genre, which became huge after this movie. I keep thinking it's supposed to be 7 o'clock, and I keep, yeah, right? Never seen the movie, so I'm excited. Oh, we haven't seen the movie now. That's very exciting. Very exciting. 8 likes. Thank you so much. Yep, we're going to see how far we get with maybe 10 likes. I don't know. We'll see, though. Philip made it. They're coming to get you, Barbara. That's right. That's right. Let's go. Okay, guys, we are just about ready to get started. Take a drink. Go get your sody pop. Better tell me if you have sody pop or poppycorn. We are going to be watching the 1968 classic Night of the Living Dead that I did look up before I did this, and it says it's public domain, so I should be okay. That water bottle was just moving rapidly. It should be okay. So we're going to be watching the black and white Night of the Living Dead. I'm very excited. I'm glad you have a soda. Yes, I have popcorn. I'm watching your lives. This is going to be fun. I'm going to get my popcorn. I'm going to go get my popcorn and drink. Okay. Guys, I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to go get your popcorn and your drinks. If you guys don't have them, then sit here and talk to me. But I'll be keeping an eye on the time. You got 5 minutes to get your stuff. 5 minutes, and then I'm pressing play on Night of the Living Dead. I got soda pop. I'm glad to hear it. I have chocolate milk. Hell yes. Also, by the way, I really appreciate you guys. Hold up. I'm going to make it cam only for a second. Hello. I'm bigger. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I'm going to be... I wish I could insert my chat on my OBS, but that won't happen, unfortunately. But I will keep eyes on the chat for sure. Sorry if it lags out. By the way, that is something I'm going to mention right now. If this video lags out at any point, I want to apologize in advance. I'm hoping it's not going to. I'm hoping my internet is strong for most of the night, but if it does, again, I deeply apologize. That's just something I can't fix. So, you should react to Selena. I know, right? A lot of people have been asking me to do that. Look at damn handsome man. Well, I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Mercy. I have some of that Smart Food white cheddar popcorn. Ooh, Oh, there's a little glitch. There is a little glitch. I noticed that too. That's why I said it. I was like, oh, there is a little glitch right there. Hi, how are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good, Keith. Thank you so much for asking. Movie night, yes. Hit that like button, everybody. Slay that like button. Slay that like button. This is a public domain movie, which means this might be the only time I'll do this, unless the movie is public domain. If it's a public domain movie and I'm allowed to watch it whenever or with whoever I want, then I can watch it. But if I can't do it with, I can't do it with this with every movie I have. So. This is one of those movies that says it's public domain, so as my your profile picture? Yes, you do. I just realized that. Movie night, and thank you so much for joining, Peachy. I really appreciate that. All right, guys, we're going to be diving into this movie here in a few minutes, letting people get their popcorn and soda pop, and then I'll ask you guys if you guys are ready. I want to donate to you so bad, but my mom won't let me. No worries. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. It's okay. No, it's not required. It's obviously I'm very grateful if you guys do donate, but it's not required. Not at all. Latex, whistle down. How you doing, man? What movie you're watching today? We are watching the original 1968 Night of the Living Dead. You guys are going to be joining me on this little adventure. Obviously, I've seen this movie several times. I know everything that happens in this film. Love this movie. The actress that plays the little girl was used as the body of the top of the stairs and dragged to the and that's interesting. See, I did not know that. I did not know that. I don't have popcorn. That's okay. That is okay. What's up, Jane? Everybody, Ramon? Not much, man. We're going to be diving into Night of the Living Dead tonight, the original 1968 classic. I'm excited. I am excited. Let me tell you. And I also want to give a shout out to one of my dearest friends, Spice Rack, who created that Leprechaun Mike the Lep design. I thought she did a phenomenal job. She's a great person. She's a great personality. And if you guys have not checked out her YouTube channel, I will definitely let you guys check out her YouTube channel. Subscribe to her. She will probably really appreciate that. It really means a lot to me. This person supports this channel a lot, so I really, really appreciate you guys supporting her and anything she wants to do with her YouTube channel. I've never seen this movie. Olivia, you're in for a treat. You are in for a treat. I watched Resident Evil on my Tubi app. Ooh, nice. Awesome, Jay. Have you seen the remake of it? Yes, I have seen the remake. And I'll be honest with you, I love the remake even more than this original one. I really do. It's been a very long time since I've actually seen this. I know, right? All right, guys, we're at 10 likes. We're going to go ahead and get this thing going. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into Night of the Living Dead. And also, I should mention that... yeah, forget it. Forget it. All right. All right. Hopefully everybody can hear that. Night of the Living Dead. Sit back. I can hear it. Yes, good. Production direction, Vincent. This is exciting, man. This is exciting. This is exciting. I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy it with you guys. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, Whistle Down. Thank you so much for joining, man. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you guys can hear it. I would love to do more live movie reactions, Molly, but this is one of those films that's just public domain, so this is like one of the only kind of films that I can do like this, but other than that, you can't really do a lot of movies like this. Live, full-length, watch-alongs, it's not. There's too many movies that get you copyright claims striked, but this one is one of the few I can possibly do. I will be messaging people while we watch this, by the way, so pay no attention to me. Let's watch this film together.
They ought to make the day the time changes, the first day of summer.
What?
Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light.
A lot of good the extra daylight does us. Now, we've still got a 3-hour drive back. We're not going to be home until after midnight.
Well, if it really bugged you, Johnny, you wouldn't do it.
Oh.
I want to blow Sunday on a scene like this.
Have you seen Coraline?
You know,
I have not.
I figure we're either going
Not
to
yet.
have to move Mother out here or move the grave into Pittsburgh.
She can't make a trip like this.
Oh, no, that she can't. Is there any of that candy left?
No.
Look at this thing. We still remember. I don't. You know, I don't even remember what the man looks like.
The audacity of that man watching and texting while watching a movie.
5 minutes to put the wreath on the grave and 6 hours to drive back and forth. Mother wants to remember, so we trot 200 miles into the country and she stays at home.
Nostalgia Critic made a good point about that moment right there. Why not just lie, saying you went there? Say you went there, but you didn't go. Why not?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming back on the air after an interruption due to technical problems.
And by the way, guys, I have seen this movie at least a good 20 to 30 times in my life, so love it.
There's nothing wrong with the radio. Must have been the station.
Which row is it in?
I've already talked about doing a reaction to Coraline. Yeah, absolutely. Everyone was good in shape back then. Yeah, I know, right? Well, not everybody. Not everybody. You'll see some zombies. You'll see some zombies in here that are not in the best of shape.
Well, there's no one around.
Well, it's late. If you'd gotten up earlier.
Oh, look.
Yeah, you're right, Philip. Barbara wouldn't lie. She wouldn't.
I think you complain just to hear yourself talk. There it is.
Dude, they did justice to Barbara in the remake. I would say by far a better character in the remake than in this film. This film, she's that damsel, typical at the time, damsel in distress who screams, does nothing, expects everybody to help her out. And this was, you know, that was just a trope back then.
The one from last year. Each year we spend good money on these things. We come out here and the one from last year's gone.
Well, the flowers die, and the caretaker or somebody takes them away.
Yeah, a little spit and polish. You can clean this up. Sell it next year. Wonder how many times we bought the same one.
Or continue to keep buying the same one. Am I right? Let's get that little flash in the sky.
Hey, come on, Barb. Church was this morning, huh?
There it is. Yep, there he is. Our introduction into the zombies. 14 likes. Thank you guys so much. They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Hey, I mean, praying's for church, huh? Come on.
Yeah, there's always time to pray.
In church lately.
Well, there's not much sense in my going to church. Do you remember one time when we were small, we were out here? It was from right over there. I jumped out at you from behind the tree, and Grandpa got all excited, and he shook his fist at me, and he said, "Boy, you be damned to hell." Remember that? Right over there. Well, you used to really be scared here.
Johnny,
You're still afraid.
stop it now. I mean it.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it.
Such an iconic
You're
scene, man.
ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're acting like a child.
They're coming for you.
There's one of them now.
Look, there comes one of them now.
He'll hear you.
Here he comes
I
now.
have no idea.
I'm getting out of here.
What's up with that hairpiece? It's interesting, isn't it? Stand out.
Oh, no! No! Johnny! Help me!
This scene used to actually scare me as a kid. I saw this really young. That's me and Michael fighting. Freaking zombies are energetic as hell in this movie. Look at this guy. Dude, I think a lot of people were shocked when Johnny died in like the first less than 5 to 6 minutes of the film. gets right into it. Oh my god, holy shit, yeah. We actually have, not gonna lie. Where's the bloody? This movie doesn't really have that much blood in it, to be honest. It's got some blood, obviously, and it's very tame. Some scenes are nasty, but... Could you imagine this? Like, could you imagine this situation? Yeah, scary as fuck, yeah. It's Michael, man. Like, this is Michael if he locked his cigarettes in the car. See how smart the zombie is? He just busted a window. That's what you should have... Yeah, she should have done that from the beginning. Zombies trying to open a car door. It's terrifying. Yeah, yeah. But this actor, dude, he sold it. He sold it well. He's creepy. He reminds me of Boris Karloff's Frankenstein. You know, a little bit. That scene used to creep me out, just to see him running towards the car. You see, it's like, hey, wait! The zombies originally had brains, things, though. Just walk with a limp in the movie. Basically, yeah. Basically, yeah. Man, I'd love to play a zombie in a film. I really would. All she has to do is just... Basically. But she just... Yeah. Not... I think there's reasons why Johnny was the one driving, you know? It deserves a lot of praise. Oh, yeah. I agree. Just left Johnny's body back there. The car had been borrowed from Johnny's mother. She had wrecked it between shooting days, so they added the tree scene so that dent made sense. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that, Philip. I love that you just gave me some narration on that. I really appreciate that. The soundtrack is amazing. You're absolutely right, Ron. It is amazing. Yes. This movie does not get enough praise. Like, I love Return of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead more, but I cannot help but acknowledge this as possibly the king of zombie films. I think it deserves that title, really. Oh, Molly, yes. Best time to be watching this with me. I would say, Princess, that she made the right move of getting out of the car and going on foot. I think that was the right move. All it would have taken was that zombie to crawl through the window and corner her in that car, and it would have been over. So I would have gotten out, but I understand your point. I think it was probably the best move to get out of the car. You want that space. You don't want to be trapped in a small area. You don't want to, you know, screw yourself over. The music box is one of the most iconic. This freaking guy is just, It's Michael. It's Michael, dude. That's nicotine withdrawal. That's me with caffeine withdrawal. Still dealing with that right now. That's still me right now. I'll tell you right. I'll tell you what. Jump scare music in the make me laugh too. The ass clown, love your name, dude. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. I love Ron. Thank you so much for joining. By the way, I don't think I said that to you, man. I really appreciate it. First time I watched this, I was at a farmhouse. Ooh, hell yeah, man. Larry Curly Moe. I love the scenery. Same here, Bracious. Same here. Thank you for joining, man. Johnny has perished. He perished, unfortunately. Oh, this is a good scare. This makes sense for that scary music right here. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I love the 90s version too, man. I think that's my personal favorite one. They're coming to get you, Jordan. That's right.
It's all right. Don't worry about him. I can handle him.
Richard, he wants to talk to you about Cars extended warranty. That's right, man.
The truck is out of gas. This pump out here is locked. Is there a key? We can try to get out of here if we can get some gas. Is there a key?
He did. He did. Yeah, he helps quite a bit.
I suppose you've tried this.
Agreed, Sebastian. I think they improved her character a lot in that 90s remake.
Do you live here?
That's interesting, Philip. I did not know that. I'll have to keep my eye out for that.
Jesus.
Barbara, to me, is... I understand she's in shock. She's scared, but, like...
We have to get to where there's some other people. Maybe we better take some food.
She doesn't talk almost throughout the entire movie. Because of her how shocked she is. And on one hand, it's like... makes sense, but on the other hand, it's kind of annoying, especially when people are literally trying to get answers out of her. And I was not impressed with the Barbara in the remake. I prefer her being something and helping more.
What's happening?
Oh, you think it's happening?
What's happening?
Some people just handle trauma differently. Yeah, that's right. You're right. You're right. Oh, dick. Breaking the headlights.
Two of them. There are two of them out there. Have you seen any more around here? I can take care of those two.
I don't
I know you're afraid, but we have
I
to...
don't know! I don't know! What's happening? Oh.
She did talk. She did talk. For once, yeah. Well, I won't say for once. He's clearly, like, hitting next to the head, but we'll go with it. This movie is kind of timeless. Look at that guy. Nostalgia Critic says he kind of looks like Pee Wee Herman, and I can actually see it. Such good hitting. That's right. He put the work in. I like how they get into they're really getting into their characters. There you go. Yeah, right in the head. Some pretty good effects right there. Hell yeah, man. Oh!
I know we're in here now.
Oh, when he tries to wipe the... Yeah, that zombie was clearly still moving. See the eyes?
Don't look at it.
Though you could argue that was just a zombie, like, losing life right there. I'd be nervous to walk out that door with my back turned to them. I'd be so nervous about that. Each character did the character well. Each showed how differently people would react in a situation like this. Barbara was the one total shock when the leader with the, then the leader with the plan. And that's a good point. That's a good point, Philip. And obviously, Barbara had a lot more happen to her in the beginning of the movie than any of the other characters. Yep, they're still there.
Get some more lights on in this house.
I agree, Ascalon. I think he did the remake quite well. It's one of my personal favorite remakes of all time. The guy with the "I'm right, you're wrong" attitude. Oh, I know his name off top tip of my tongue. Bro, when he talks, he sounds a bit like Severus Snape. I can see that.
Why don't you see if you can find some wood, some boards, something there by the fireplace, something we can nail this place up. Look, I know you're afraid. I'm afraid too.
Mr. Cooper, that is his name. That is his name.
Try to board the house up together. Now, I'm going to board up the windows and the doors. Do you understand? We'll be all right here. We'll be all right here until someone comes to rescue us. But we'll have to work together. You'll have to help me. Now, I want you to go in and get some wood so I can board the place up. Do you understand? Okay? Okay?
You might be right, Mick. It's Copper or Cooper? No, I think it's Cooper. Barbara goes to gather a piece of... You see, I don't mind Barbara's character. I have nothing against her, but like, there's moments like that where she like takes a little piece of wood and sets it down, and I'm like... That is cool, Philip. That is cool. His real life daughter. What the fuck is that music box? I know, right? It's artistic. That's right. This is a better movie than I was expecting. I don't know. It was just calm. It's just calm and relaxing. That's exactly why I like it too. It's a calm and relaxing movie. I sent a video to my friend of what I was doing, but it still hasn't sent yet, so it's kind of bothering me. I look like a director? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I would love to be a director. I'd love it, love it, love it. You have no idea. One of my dream jobs actually was to direct like some films in my life. I would love to. With my glasses help. They really do help. They give me that. See, there she goes, helping out and stuff. You see, you gotta appreciate that. Oh my God, Jordan, I would see that. Barbara, I brought some wood, haha. What would you and Michael do in a zombie apocalypse, Jordan? It's a good question. It's a good question. Probably what these people are doing. Boarding up the doors and windows, shoving stuff in front of doors and windows, making sure and ensuring that nothing got in.
Not that strong.
We've talked about that several times.
The biggest ones you can find. Yeah, this room looks pretty secure.
Well, I'm glad you didn't direct because we wouldn't be here watching this with you. Oh, thank you so much.
Run in here and board up the doors. Won't be long for those things be back pounding their way in here. They're afraid now.
Get the iron board. Yeah, there you go.
They're afraid of fire. I found that out.
One word. 2 words. Molotov cocktail.
You know a place back down the road called Beekman's? Beekman's Diner? Anyhow, that's where I found that truck I have out there. There's a radio in the truck. I had jumped in to listen to it when a big gasoline truck came screaming right across the road. But there must have been 10, 15 of those things chasing after it, grabbing and holding on. Now, I didn't see them at first. I could just see that the truck was moving in a funny way. And those things were catching up to it. The truck went right across the road. Slammed on my brakes to keep from hitting it myself. Went right through the guardrail.
I love when he tells Barbara about his story. It's fine, but when she starts to tell her story, he doesn't want to listen.
I guess the driver must have cut off the road into that gas station by Beekman's Diner. It went right through the billboard, ripped over a gas pump, and never stopped moving. By now, it's like a moving bonfire. Didn't know if the truck was going to explode or what. Still hear the man screaming. This thing is just backing away from it. I looked back at the diner to see if there was anyone there who could help me. It was when I noticed that the entire place had been encircled.
Put my glasses back on. It helps me see better.
Except
And Teddy, that is a very interesting theory, but I think it also infuriates people because they would love to be in that situation and actually helping. So it's like a 50-50, you know. I can see why people might see that, but at the same time, I can understand why people might get annoyed by it too.
Standing there, staring at me.
All right, Ron, thank you so much.
I started to drive. I just plowed right through them. They didn't move. They didn't run or just stood there staring at me.
And Philip, it's an I feel like he knew it was gonna like
Wanted to crush them.
break her down emotionally. She was about to have a freak out moment, and that's why he was starting to tell her like calm down and stuff.
Scattered through the air like bugs.
But he should have listened, yeah.
We were riding in the cemetery. Johnny and me. Johnny.
You see, she mentions someone she knew,
We
and she's
came
gonna like
to
start
put a
freaking
wreath
out.
on my father's grave. Johnny and he said, "Can I have some candy, Barbara?" We didn't have any. And oh,
You asked me if you see zombie Johnny,
hot
right?
in here. Hot. And he said, "Oh, it's late. Why did we start so late?" And I said, "Johnny, if you'd gotten up earlier, we wouldn't be late." Johnny asked me if I were afraid.
And she starts talking like
I said,
about her whole
"I'm
day.
not afraid, Johnny."
He was talking about the situation that.
And then this man started walking up
There
the
you go.
road.
Now she gets into the story.
He came
Are
slowly.
you kidding me right now with this?
And Johnny kept teasing me and saying, "He's coming to get you, Barbara." And I laughed at him and said, "Johnny, stop it." And then Johnny ran away. And
Right? Yeah.
I went up to this
Teddy.
man, and I was going to apologize.
Why don't you just keep calm?
And I looked up, and I said, "Goody." And he grabbed me. He grabbed me, and he ripped at me. He held me, and he ripped at my clothes.
I think you should just calm down.
Oh, I screamed, "Johnny!"
She's clearly having like a
Help
panic
me!
attack. Yeah.
Oh, help me! And he wouldn't let me go. He ripped. And then Johnny came and he ran and he fought this man. And I got so afraid. I ran. And Johnny didn't come. We have to wait for Johnny. We better go out and get him.
You see,
We have to go out and get Johnny. He's out there. Please, don't you hear me? We've got to go out and get him.
and then she loses her shit because he's not gonna do it.
Please, we have got to go get Johnny. Please help me. Please.
Don't you know what's going on out there? This is no Sunday school picnic.
Don't you understand? My brother is alone.
Your brother is dead.
No, my brother is not dead. Oh. Oh.
Well, Johnny got his head bashed into a gravestone. She did because he did. People tell stories differently. She told what happened just as he did. She is working it out best she could. And that, again, I can see that part of it too, but in his situation, you know, she's starting to like lose her grip and stuff, she's starting to freak out, and she's starting to scream, and he probably didn't want her to stress herself out thinking about it, because she couldn't handle it as well as he could. And then she mentioned, like, Johnny, and he was sitting here thinking, like, oh, no, she lost somebody.
Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers
It's
of
a
citizens, and
situation
because
you
of the
would
crisis
you
which
wouldn't
is
know
even
what
now
would happen
developing,
in,
this
really.
radio station will remain on the air day and night. This station and hundreds of other radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources through an emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments. At this hour, we repeat, these are the facts as we know them. There is an epidemic of mass murder being committed by a virtual army of unidentified assassins. The murders are taking place in villages, cities, rural homes, and suburbs with no apparent pattern or reason for the slayings. It seems to be a sudden, general explosion of mass homicide. We have some descriptions of the assassins. Eyewitnesses say they are ordinary-looking people. Some say they appear to be in a kind of trance. Others describe them as being... So, at this point, there is no really authentic way for us to say who or what to look for and guard yourself against. Misshapen monsters. Reaction of law enforcement officials is one of complete bewilderment at this hour. So far, we have been unable to determine that any kind of organized investigation is yet underway. Police, sheriff's deputies, and emergency ambulances are literally deluged with calls for help. The scene can best be described as mayhem. Mayors of Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and Miami, along with the governors of several eastern...
Yeah, she was in denial. That's right. I was going to say denial, but yeah, she was very much in denial.
Only advice our reporters have been able to get from official sources is for private citizens to stay in their homes behind locked doors. Do not venture outside for any reason until the
Listen to that music, man.
Determined, and until we can advise what course of action to take. Keep listening to radio and TV for any special...
I don't think Ben meant to ignore her. He is listening, but he's trying to focus on barricading the house, and with how she's panicking from retelling her story and wants to go back out, he has no time.
However, in spite of this urging and warning, streets and highways are packed with frantic people trying to reach their families or apparently...
How about not pouring gasoline in the house? I would agree with that, but I don't think he's going to go outside and pour gasoline, you know, especially with them things out there. But I agree with that. Hear them yelling? It is some creepy music, I agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just received word that the president has called a meeting of his...
Look closely at the boards. They are marked for continuity so they would be put in a proper place after takes. Oh.
Within the hour, members of the presidential cabinet will be joined by officials of the FBI and joint chiefs behind closed doors. The White House spokesman, in announcing this conference...
He could have boarded that better.
Official announcement as soon as possible.
But, you know, it is what it is.
The latest dispatch just received in our newsroom.
He's doing it. He's doing something.
Also from National Press Services in Washington, D.C., now tells us that the emergency presidential conference, which we've just mentioned, will include high-ranking scientists from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. That's the extent of this latest bulletin. Repeating.
Oh, yeah. These guys hiding in the basement. Yeah.
All radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country, including the one to which you're listening, have joined their facilities in an emergency network to bring you this news as it develops. We urge you to stay tuned to radio and TV and to stay indoors at all costs. Late reports reaching this newsroom tell of frightened people seeking refuge in churches, schools, and government buildings, demanding shelter and protection from the wholesale murder which apparently is engulfing much of the nation. Law enforcement officials
I always love listening to the news reports. I always do in these movies.
theorize about the reasons for this.
The basement is the first place I would go. There's only one way in. The last place I'd go, there's one way in and only one way out. That's yep, you're right though. You are right.
Quoted as saying, quote, "Tell the people for God's sake to get off the street.
Damn you, Cooper.
To go home and lock their doors and windows up tight. We don't know what kind of murder-happy characters we have here." End quote. Police Chief Dunmore of Camden, North Carolina.
One of the actors actually burned himself on the metal of the chair. Yikes. That didn't feel good, I bet.
Come from frightened witnesses of some of the slayings. These eyewitness accounts variously describe the murderers as ordinary-looking people, misshapen monsters, people who look like they're in a trance, and things that look like people but act like animals. Some eyewitnesses,
Oh yeah, she lost her shoes.
though they had been torn apart. This whole ghastly story began developing
See, that was very nice of him. He's trying to be very considerate, even knowing
in their rural homes.
he fucked up. And he punched her.
Reports of such senseless killings began snowballing in a reign of terror which has
Granted, she shouldn't have smacked him.
disconnected manner throughout
But I'm one of those guys, I would never hit a woman. I would never hit a woman.
the murder reports
Like, don't hit me, but I would never hit you back.
seem to indicate a general spreading from the extreme southeastern United States to the north and west. Our newsmen have been on the telephone talking with officials in other cities and have determined that none of this kind of Galveston areas, but nothing like...
I found a gun and some bullets out there.
It was only late yesterday
Oh, and
when it first
these.
became clear we were facing some kind of national emergency. When first reports began
Hey, you assaulted him first, lady.
and law enforcement agencies were of the opinion
This
that
place is boarded up pretty solid now.
in nature. However, as these
We ought to be all right here for a while.
We could have used help. Hey, maybe we could see through walls, Mr.
Food
Ben.
and the radio.
But I can't. We heard some banging around.
Sooner or later, someone
I hit a zombie woman. That's
bound to
right.
come and get us out.
creatures from outer space. So again, we join with law enforcement agencies, urging you to seek shelter in a building. Lock the doors and windows securely.
Hey, that's us. We're doing all right.
Cautious of any suspicious strangers. And keep tuned to
Trying to.
radio and television
You see the bruise on her face?
instructions and further details of this continuing story.
Look, I don't know if you're hearing me,
Goes on in the absence of any law.
but I'm going upstairs now.
It's almost as though some critical balance of
If anything should try to break in here, I can hear it from up there. I'll be down to take care of it.
savage killers. We repeat, this radio station
Everything is all right for now. I'll be back to reinforce the windows and doors later. But you'll be all right for now, okay?
A bunch of yo-yos. They found another junked truck just like the one he drove. It was one that blew up. Oh.
Civil defense officials in Cumberland
Oh, really?
men that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers.
Yeah, gotta get rid of. Look at the blood on the walls. Gotta get rid of that before it starts reeking.
Consistent reports from witnesses to the effect that people who acted as though they were in a kind of trance were killing and eating their victims prompted authorities to examine the bodies of some of the victims. Medical authorities in Cumberland have concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating the flesh of the people they murdered. Repeating this
Laying
latest
brains and
bulletin
yo-yos.
just received moments ago from Cumberland, Maryland, civil defense authorities have told newsmen
Hey, Trent.
that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Medical examination of victims' bodies shows conclusively that the killers are eating the flesh of the people they kill. And so this incredible
that's
story
interesting.
becomes more ghastly with each report. It's difficult to imagine such a thing actually happening.
Here we go.
These are the reports we have been receiving and passing on to you. Reports which have been verified as completely as is possible in this confused situation. It is happening, and it would appear that no one is safe from this wave of mass murder.
Hold it! Don't shoot!
Dateline
We're from town.
City,
A radio.
County, Pennsylvania. The Butler County Sheriff has verified that reports of murder victims being partially eaten by their slayers.
A radio.
No further details available at this time. However,
How long you guys been down there? I could use some help up here.
That's the cellar. It's the safest place.
You mean you didn't hear the racket we were making up here?
How are we supposed to know what was going on? Could have been those things for all we knew.
That girl was screaming.
That's true.
Sure, you must know what a girl screaming sounds like. Those things don't make any noise. Anybody would know somebody ever needed help.
Look, it's kind of hard to hear what's going on from down there.
For all you know,
Yeah,
that
we
girl
could
could have
hear
been getting
screams.
murdered. Yeah.
For all we knew, that could have meant those things were in the house afterward.
And you wouldn't come up and help.
Well, if there were more of
The
it,
racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How were we supposed to know what was going on?
Now, wait a minute.
It's fair.
You just got finished saying you couldn't hear from down there. Now you say it sounded like the place was being ripped apart. It would be nice if you get your story straight, man.
All right, now you tell me. I'm not going to take that kind of a chance when we got a safe place. We luck into a safe place, and you're telling us we got to risk our lives just because somebody might need help, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
all right, why don't we settle this?
They're
up?
both wrong and right.
We came up. Okay, we're here. Now I suggest we all go back downstairs before any of those things find out we're in here.
They can't get in here.
You got the whole place boarded up?
Yeah, most of it. All but a few spots upstairs. They won't be hard to fix.
You're insane. The cellar's the safest place.
I'm telling you, they can't get in here.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile of wood?
They're both just scared. That's right,
How's the
pretty
kid
much.
downstairs? The kid's hurt.
Well, I still think we're better off up here.
We could strengthen everything up, Mr. Cooper.
Yeah, more
With
tame
all of us
Cooper.
working, we can fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs with us. Man, you're really crazy, you know that? You got 1,000,000 windows up here. All these windows, you're gonna make them strong enough to keep these things out, huh?
I told you those things don't have any strength. I smashed 3 of them and pushed another one out the door.
Did you hear me when I told you they turned over our car?
Oh, hell, any good 5 men can do that.
That's my point. Only there's not going to be 5 or even 10. There's going to be 20, 30, maybe 100 of those things. And as soon as they know we're here, this place is going to be crawling with them.
He has a point, though.
They'll probably get us wherever we are.
Look, the cellar. The cellar, there's only one door, right? Just one door, that's all we have to protect. Tom and I fixed it so it locks and boards from the inside. But up here, all these windows, why, we'd never know where they were going to hit us next.
You got a point, Mr. Cooper. But down in the cellar, there's no place to run to.
Probably about 10.
I mean, if they did get in, there'd be no back exit. We'd be done for.
He's
We
right,
can
though.
get out of here if we have to. And we got windows to see what's going on outside. But down there with no windows, if a rescue party did come, we wouldn't even know it.
But the cellar is the strongest place.
The cellar's a death trap.
I don't know, Mr. Cooper. I think he's right. You know how many's out there?
I don't know. Maybe 6 or 7.
Look, you two can do whatever you like. I'm going back down to the cellar, and you better decide. Because I'm going to board up that door, and I'm not going to unlock it again no matter what happens.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Cooper.
No, I'm not going to wait. I've made my decision, now you make yours.
Now, wait a minute.
This
Let's
guy.
think about this. We can make it to the cellar if we have to. And if we do decide to stay down there, we'll need some things from up here. So let's at least consider this a while.
If you box yourself in the cellar and those things get in the house, you've had it. At least up here you have a fighting chance.
See, but all of them are right and wrong. There's no right or wrong answers in this situation.
There's more than there were.
You could be right.
There are a lot out back, too.
And here we go. The cellar door. Pretty sure this has some pretty decent, like, shooting effects, too. Yeah, some pretty decent shooting effects. For the time, you know. You'd think there are shirts that would become untucked at this point. You would think.
It's all right.
I love Helen Cooper. Yeah. This is where they learn headshot. Head. Take out the brain, you take out the body. I like the effects when they're breaking the zombies' fingers. Yeah. See all those zombies, dude? I'm pretty sure there's some, yeah, nude zombies, too. This was a weird scene where she eats a fucking, yeah, bug off the tree.
We gotta fix these boards.
You're crazy. Those
There we
things are gonna
go.
be at every window and door in this place. We've got to get down into the cellar.
Go down in your damn cellar. Get out of here!
I'm taking a girl.
I'm taking the girl with me.
You leave her here. Keep your hands off her. And everything else that's up here, too. Because if I stay up here, I'm fighting for everything up here. And the radio and the food is part of what I'm fighting for. Now, if you're going down the cellar, get.
The man's insane. He's insane. We've got to have food down there. We've got a right.
He's insane.
We've got a right.
You going down there with him?
Well,
Yes or no? This is your last chance. No beating around the bush.
Listen, I got a kid down there. She can't possibly. I couldn't bring her up here. She can't possibly take all the racket and those things smashing through.
Hey,
the
Horror
windows.
Channel Reviews.
Well, you're her father.
Yeah.
If you're stupid enough to go die in that trap, that's your business.
You're her
I'm
father.
not stupid enough to follow you. It is tough for the kid that her old man is so stupid. Now, you get the hell down in the cellar. You can be the boss down there. I'm boss up here.
You bastards. You know, I won't open this door again. I mean it.
Mr. Cooper, with your help, we could...
With my help.
Let him go, man. His mind is made up. Just let him go.
Wait a minute.
Voice of reason. Just let him go.
Judy?
Let him do what he
Come on,
wants.
honey.
So there any food in the cabin? I think there is food, probably upstairs, yeah. Plus you would starve in the cellar. You would. And he told him too, you're not going to get access to the food.
It's all right, honey. Go ahead. If we stick together, man, we can fix it up real good. There's lots of places we can run.
There's still a door right there you can rip off and...
Mr. Cooper, we'd all be a lot better off if all three of us were working together.
He's not going to do it. He's just not.
Hey. Hey, kid.
I gotta watch the film. Sounds really great. It's man. The zombie that ate the bug is the same actress that plays Helen Cooper.
I'm not boxing myself in down there.
That is interesting, man. I actually appreciate you jumping on in and giving me all these facts.
Well, we're safe now. It's boarded up tight.
What about Tom and Judy?
They want to stay up there, let them. There are two other people upstairs.
Plus, there's a weird bald dude in the cellar.
Yeah, but I didn't know who they were, and I wasn't about to take any unnecessary chances.
Of course not, Harry.
Making him feel bad about it. Like he made the wrong choice.
Is she all right?
I don't know what it is. She feels warm. Maybe it's shock.
Where'd you get the bandage?
Some laundry in a basket. I tore a sheet.
The movie is on YouTube for free, I think. Yeah, it is. Yep, it's on YouTube for free.
Let them stay upstairs. Let them.
Let them.
Too many ways those monsters can get in up there. We'll see who's right.
That's what it's all about, isn't it?
When they come begging me to let them in down here.
That's important, isn't it?
What?
To be right, everybody else to be wrong.
What do you mean by that?
What else could she mean by that?
Does anyone up there
You're a know-it-all.
being attacked?
Whatever it isn't just happening here. It's some kind of mass murder. It's going on everywhere. The radio said to stay inside.
Radio?
Oh, it's zombie makeup. Oh, cool.
Radio upstairs. I heard a news bulletin.
There's a radio upstairs and you boarded us in down here?
I know what I'm doing.
What did it say?
Nothing. Nothing. They don't know anything yet. There's mass murder everywhere, and people are supposed to look for a safe place to hide.
Take the boards off that door.
We are staying down here, Helen.
Harry, that radio is at least some kind of communication. If the authorities know what's happening, well, they'll send people.
Yeah, I'm new to the
for it.
channel.
They
Who's
know what
Michael?
to do.
Michael is the
So we know what's
co-person
going
I
on
do
and
I
go
do
to
the channel with.
target.
He's just not here right now.
We may not enjoy living together, but dying together isn't going to solve anything. Those people aren't our enemies.
Oh, it is. I was about to say we're watching for free without having to buy it because he's doing full movie. Yeah, it's a public domain movie. You'll find it almost
If
anywhere.
Judy would come downstairs for a few minutes, Harry and I could come upstairs.
Okay, yeah, right away.
Could you imagine having to go upstairs after you said all that shit?
Do I have to?
Look, honey.
He might be actually Sebastian. He does look familiar, doesn't he?
Do this for me.
No problem, Thomas. Thank you for commenting and joining, man. I really appreciate that. Hit that like button, guys, by the way. If you haven't hit that like button, hit the like button. Yeah, this won't happen all the time. It's only because this is a public domain movie. That's why we're doing it. The Ass Clown. I listed the comments on the Blu-ray a lot. Lucky us, LOL.
I'll take good care of her, Helen.
She's all I have.
She's all I have, which means she doesn't give a fuck about her husband. Liked and sub, thank you so much for channel reviews. I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, she just does not care about her husband at all.
Her brother was killed.
Hey, give me a hand with this thing.
I gotta go help Ben with the television.
I should hope that was what I thought. I do that too. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate the support. It really means a lot. You guys are badasses. You're about to learn how non-talkative she is. Cigarette? Got her attention.
Don't be afraid of me. I'm Helen Cooper, Harry's wife.
This was the first film for all of them. Yep. Yep, it was.
Million weak spots up here.
Criticizing everything.
Give me one of those.
Her brother was killed.
He's like, that sucks.
I can't see a damn thing. There could be 15 million of those things out there. That's how much good these windows are.
You couldn't tell anything down in the basement, mother trucker.
Why don't you do something to help somebody?
Yeah, instead of sitting there criticizing everybody.
Drag a couple of those chairs together.
There's a socket over here.
You better watch this and try to understand what's going on.
Leave her alone.
I don't want anyone's life on my hands.
Is there anything I can do to
I don't want to hear any more from you, mister. If you stay up here, you take orders from me. And that includes leaving the girl alone.
It's on, it's on.
There's no sound. Play with the rabbit ears.
Like, Uncle Fester's mad. That's right. I'm still here, by the way. Oh, thank you so much, Molly.
Mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria. What do they think? We're imagining all this?
Shut up! In all parts of the country. The wave of murder which is sweeping the eastern third of the nation is being committed by creatures
Sits almost right in front of the TV.
Of their victims. First eyewitness accounts of this grisly development came
Let's
from
watch
people
the
who
news
were
together.
understandably frightened and almost incoherent.
Yeah.
Officials and newsmen at first discounted those eyewitness descriptions as being beyond belief. However, the reports persisted. Medical examinations of some of the victims bore out the fact that they had been.
Leave her the fuck alone, bruh. She is a good woman. Yeah.
Arriving, and I'll interrupt to bring this to you. This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. A widespread investigation of reports from funeral homes, morgues, and hospitals has concluded that the unburied dead are coming back to life and seeking human victims. It's hard for us here to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact. When this emergency first began, radio and television...
Sorry, I'm always interested in the broadcast.
Inside, behind locked doors for safety. Well, that situation has now changed, and we're able to report a definite course of action for you. Civil defense machinery has been organized to provide rescue stations with food, shelter, medical treatment, and protection by armed National Guardsmen. Stay tuned to the broadcasting stations in your local area.
Yeah, you can.
This list of rescue stations. This list will be repeated throughout our news coverage. Look for the name of the rescue station nearest you and make your way to that location as soon as possible.
So we have that truck. If we can get some gas, we can get out of here.
There's a pump out by the shed.
I know, that's why I pulled in here, but it's locked.
Called this afternoon by the president. Since convening this conference of the Presidential Cabinet, the FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the CIA has not produced any public information. Why are space experts being consulted about an Earth-bound emergency? So far, all the betting on the answer to that question centers on the recent Explorer satellite shot to Venus. That satellite, you'll recall, started back to Earth, but never got
Romero
there.
is the reporter in the
That's
turtleneck.
the space vehicle which orbited Venus and then was purposely destroyed by NASA when scientists discovered it was carrying a mysterious high-level radiation with it.
Sharon, hello. Thank you so much for
Could that
joining.
radiation be somehow responsible for the wholesale murders we're now suffering? Newsman Don Quinn in Washington has posed those questions.
It's obvious our best move is to try to get out of here.
How are you going to get over to that pump? Look.
You're coming from a meeting regarding the explosion of the Venus probe, is that right?
Oh, is he?
Yes.
Is that him?
The subject of the meeting.
You feel there is a connection between this and the phenomenon?
There's a definite connection. A definite connection.
In other words, you feel that the radiation on the Venus probe is enough to cause these mutations?
There was a very high degree of radiation.
Has anyone seen Z? I have not seen Z Nation.
I'm not sure that that's certain at all. I don't think that has been
logical
irrefutably
explanation that we have at this time.
In other words, it is the military's viewpoint that the radiation is not the cause of the mutation.
I can't speak for the entire military at this time, gentlemen.
It is a great movie. I enjoy it too.
Presently,
Like my
until
30th time seeing it.
until this is irrefutably proven.
Love it.
Everything is being done that can be done.
We'll have to hurry for our next meeting.
Professor, you feel that there is a definite connection between
Definite connection as far as Dr. Keller himself.
Doctor, please. I thought we decided that is not proved yet.
Was the satellite, when the satellite was exploded?
An unusual amount of radiation, enough to cause mutation under certain circumstances.
Could have happened.
Have a bearing on it.
It does seem to have a bearing.
Will there be a reply for the
Later?
Yes.
There will be a reply.
Yes.
Later this afternoon.
I would like to see Z Nation.
There will be a report this afternoon.
Well, perhaps there will be a report. A
Later.
report. Will you close the window?
I literally sneezed 7 times in a row. Oh man.
We're hoping to get some further explanation of this.
That's what Philip says.
We have to try to get out of here.
That's cool.
He said the rescue stations have doctors and medical supplies. If we could get Kenner in there, we could get help for her.
Well, is one of the world's foremost authorities on space science and technology.
Willard. I saw a sign that said Willard.
It's only about 17 miles from here.
You know this area. You from around here?
Judy and I are both from around here. We were on our way up to the lake to go swimming. And Judy had a radio, and we heard the first reports about this. So we knew the old house was here, and we came in and found the lady upstairs dead. Then these other
25 likes. Thank you
went
guys
down
so
into the
much.
basement and
Hit that like
put
button
a
if you
bar
have
across
not.
the
Thank
door.
you
I
so
mean,
much.
It's pretty strong.
How could we possibly get away from here? We've got a
I've
sick
seen her in other
child,
things too.
2 women, 1 woman out of her head, 3 men, and the place is surrounded with these things.
For NASA. Dr. Grimes, your entire
Dr.
staff,
Grimes.
I know, has been working
Walking
very
Dead.
hard to find some solution to these things that are happening. Do you have any answers at this time?
Yes, we have some answers. But first, let me stress the importance of seeking
I just
medical
like this stuff,
attention
man. I
for
just like.
anyone who's been injured in any way. We don't know yet what complications might result from such injuries.
How bad has your kid been hurt?
Good advice, Doctor. Now, how about the basic problem we face? Well,
Look, you go down there and tell. Now, Judy? Yeah, you tell Judy to come up here and you stay with the kid, all right?
action taken with regard to the Venus probe. In the cold room at the university, we had a cadaver. A cadaver from
Yeah, her mom
which
needs to be
all
with the
4
kid.
limbs had been amputated. Sometime early this morning, it opened its eyes and began to move its trunk. It was dead,
Whew.
but it opened its eyes and tried to move.
They're dead. They're all messed up.
They want you upstairs. Did she ask for me?
She hasn't said anything.
I don't understand. Baby. It's Mommy.
I heard. I'll come back down as soon as I find out what they want.
Thank you, Judy.
The body should be disposed of at once, preferably by cremation.
well, how long after death, then, does the body become reactivated?
It's only a matter of minutes.
Minutes? Well, that doesn't give people time to make any arrangements.
Oh, you're right. It doesn't give them time to make funeral arrangements. The bodies must be carried to the street and burned. They must be burned immediately. Soak them with gasoline and burn them. The bereaved will have to forego the dubious comforts
Yeah.
of funeral service.
World War Z due to be over.
They're just dead flesh.
and dangerous.
I see.
Judy, I need you to find some bedspreads or sheets to tear up into small strips, okay? Is there a fruit cellar here?
Yes.
We need some bottles or jars. Make Molotov cocktails and hold them off while we try to escape.
Hey, there's a big can of kerosene down there.
I'll see what I can find.
I'll look for the bottles.
There's a big key ring down there. There may be a key to the gas pump on it.
I'll check.
We can toss the cocktails from a window upstairs. Meantime, a couple of us can go out and try to get the gas and come back for the rest of the people.
But that'll leave a door open someplace.
Yeah, that's right. It better be this door. It's closer to the truck. Before we go out, we'll put some supplies behind the cellar door. While we're gone, the rest of you can hold up in there.
I found some fruit jars in the cellar. And there's a key on here
Teamwork.
that's labeled for the gas pump out back.
Teamwork.
I'm not really that used to the truck. I found it abandoned.
I can handle the truck, no sweat.
You're it, then. You and I'll go.
Yep. Well, I'm sure Cooper was happy to hear that. He doesn't have to go.
We'll put whatever lumber we find behind the cellar door. You can go upstairs and toss the cocktails from a window. Tom, you and I will have to unboard this door. After you toss the cocktails, you hustle back down here and lock this door. It's no good to board it up because we'll have to get back in quickly. After we get the gas. And
This is so sad, man, because he's trusting him with his life right now.
Getting everybody into the truck. Now let's move it.
Place to flee for safety, except to the rescue station which have been set up. Indications are that before this emergency is over,
He trusts him with his life right now, and he's gonna, you know, we'll see. A lot of you guys still might have not seen this one, so we'll see. We'll see.
You always have a smile for me. How can you smile like that all the time?
He kind of looks like Lloyd Christmas from Dumb and Dumber.
How many we have done? Come on, honey, we gotta move.
Tom, are you sure about the phone?
The phone is dead out. All you get is a recorded message.
If I could only call the folks. They're going to be so worried about us.
Everything will be all right. As soon as we get to Willard,
I was just thinking
we'll
that,
call them.
Jordan.
They
Yeah.
might even be there.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who saw that.
Tom. Are you sure we're doing the right thing, Tom?
What, about getting out of here?
Yeah.
Well, the television said that's the right thing to do. We've got to get to a rescue station.
I don't know.
Come on, honey, you're starting to
A
sound
bit of
like Mr.
Viggo
Cooper
Mortensen,
now.
right?
Why do you have to go out there?
Look, I know how to handle that truck, and I
A
can
little
handle
bit.
the pump. Ben doesn't know anything about that stuff.
But we're safe in here.
For
I
how
always
long,
yell at
honey?
Ben not to trust
We're
Cooper.
safe now, but there's going to be more and more of those things.
I know all that.
28 days later, zombies.
Hey, listen. Remember when we had the big flood? Remember how difficult it was for us to convince you that it was right to leave? Remember? Remember we had to go to Willard then? This isn't a passing thing, honey. It's not like just a wind passing through. We've got to do something, and fast.
I felt bad for these guys. These two are so innocent, man. These probably were some of the best characters in the movie, in my personal opinion. It's just...
I just don't want you to go out there, that's all.
Hey, Smiley. Where's that big smile for me? Boy.
Stage version, that's
You're not
awesome.
used at all, are you? We've got work to do, honey. And you.
Tommy and Judy didn't deserve to die the way they did. That's the thing about zombie apocalypses, man. It's just unpredictable.
We better get her downstairs.
We have to go downstairs now, Barbara.
She's right. You have to go downstairs now, just for a little while, until we get back. Then we can all leave.
Oh, I'd like to leave. Yes.
In to the basement with you. The cellar, I mean. Ah, shit's gonna hit south here real quick.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. Yeah. We're gonna need luck right now. Yeah, do not want those things catching on fire. And they're just like, huh? What?
Okay, toss him.
See, at least Cooper was helping out in this moment. Dude, I'd love to throw those things at him, to be honest with you. He gets the fun job. Dun 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 every time he hits the ground. Dun dun dun. Good shit.
Go ahead, go on.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, Philip, yeah. Oh my goodness.
I'm going with him.
Get back in the cellar. I'm going. It's too late. It's too late.
Yeah, that was a dumb last-minute decision.
Well, if you're coming, come on.
Yeah, that was a dumb last-minute decision. Not this fool again. Headshot, buddy. Yeah, it's time to roll with that truck there, buddy. Does this guy show up every live stream now? You know what? It seems like it. He does, not just mine though. He does it to a lot of people. I've seen him on other live streams. It's a bot of some sort. I was thinking the same thing, Sharon. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, yeah, you should have thrown him away farther. That thing could have blown. That thing could have caught fire and blown up.
Come on. This key won't work. Watch it.
Yeah, I know how dangerous that was. Oh, this fucking dumbass. Dumbass.
Gotta get away from the pump.
Look how calm they're acting, dude. I'd have been freaking scared. I'd be running from that truck.
Hang on. Tom, drive your cars and get out of the truck.
And then... Hey, I'm pretty new to the stream. A buddy of mine brought me here. Oh, thank you. I'm wondering who brought you here. Thank you so much. Hope you're in. Hope you have fun.
Come on.
My jacket's caught.
Jacket's caught. Jacket's caught. Yeah, it was a risky thing. And then driving while the truck's on fire. Get out of the truck and run. If the zombies were this slow, I'd survive a zombie apocalypse too. There's plenty of space to be running. Kaboom! But thank you so much for joining, Vincent. The English Superfoo fan. What does he want? The fool, I mean. Yep, here we go. The movie's getting close to actually being over. Yeah. Yep, we're getting... Hey, English Superfoo. You hiding, dude? Lock the door. And then he tries to run there and help. He was about to leave him to die, though. I mean, at least he's helping now, but, like, where was that, like, a few seconds ago when he could have opened the door? I don't know, dude. He stops by every stream and he annoys us all with the spam. Look at that look. He's like, oh, fuck. It's fake, but you gotta... He aimed right for his chest when punching him right there. Careful, you almost hit him on that one.
I'd drag you out there and feed you those things.
He's not wrong for punching you. He's not wrong. You deserved it. The music right here is pretty good. Damn you, Cooper. And these two just get eaten alive. Well, not alive, but they're eaten. Thank God they were long dead before they got ripped apart. Yeah, the fool. I was asking about the weird account that spams every live stream. Yeah. Comp, yummy intestines. You should hear about the stories, though, of how dedicated these actors were, dude, to eating all this stuff. I mean, they spit them out right away, but, like... Gnarly. Gnarly. Pretty much, yeah, they are like toasted marshmallows now. You know, somebody with a heroin needle in his arm.
It's not 3 o'clock yet. There's supposed to be another broadcast at 3 o'clock.
10 minutes.
Oh, only 10 more minutes? We don't have very long to wait. We can leave. Well, we better leave soon. It's 10 minutes to 3.
She's lost her mind at this point. By the way, I'm the one who brought Vincent here. Thank you, English Superboo fan. I appreciate that. Most of the meat was chocolate-covered ham.
I don't know. We were
That's gnarly.
just trying to get to a motel before dark.
You said those things turned your car over. You think we can get it back on its wheels and drive it? Where is it?
Seems like it was pretty far away. Seems like we ran.
Forget it. It's at least a mile.
Johnny has the keys.
You're gonna carry that child a mile through that army of things out there?
I can carry the kid. What's wrong with her? How'd she get hurt?
One of those things grabbed her.
Bit her on the arm.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Who knows what kind of disease those things carry? Is she conscious?
Barely.
She can't walk. She's too weak.
I'd lose my mind too, to be honest. Yeah, I would.
One of us could try to get to the car.
You gonna turn it over by yourself?
You can't start the car. Johnny has the keys.
You have a car? Where? Where is it?
The cemetery.
Be able to start it.
Yeah, I know. But where is it?
You won't be able to start it. That's not the point. I can fucking hotwire it. You don't know me.
Good Lord.
Chocolate-covered ham. Yes, it did rhyme.
Being monitored closely by scientists at all the radiation detection stations. At this hour, they report the level of the mysterious radiation continues to increase steadily. So long as this situation remains, government spokesmen warn that dead bodies will continue to be transformed into the flesh-eating ghouls. All persons who die during this crisis, from whatever cause, will come back to life.
Really? This is Old Man Jenkins, by the way. I changed my name. Holy shit, man. Welcome back to the channel. I didn't even know. Well, that's a nice name. Thank you, man. I didn't even realize that was you.
This one conducted by
Johnny has the keys.
In Butler County, Pennsylvania. So now let's go to that film report. All law enforcement agencies and the military have been organized to search out and destroy the marauding ghouls. The Survival Command Center at the Pentagon has disclosed that a ghoul can be killed by a shot in the head or a heavy blow to the skull. Officials are quoted as explaining that since the brain of a
yeah, he was an awesome actor, yeah.
By the radiation, the plan is kill the brain and you kill the ghoul.
Fuck yeah.
No, we're all right. Hey, Cass, put that thing all the way in the fire. We don't want it getting up again.
Chief McClellan, how's everything going?
Oh, things aren't going too bad. Men are taking it pretty good. You want to get on the other side of the road over there?
Chief, do you think we'll be able to defeat these things?
Well, we killed 19 of them today right in this area. Those last 3 we caught trying to claw their way into an abandoned
Yeah,
shed.
you're right. No way I'd known unless he told me.
There wasn't, though. We heard them making all kind of noise. We came over and beat them off, blasted them down.
Chief, as soon as you're finished, can I see you here?
Yeah, okay.
Chief, if I were surrounded by 6 or 8 of these things, would I stand a chance with them?
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot them in the head. That's a sure way to kill them. If you don't, get yourself a club or a torch. Beat them or burn them. They go up pretty easy.
Well, Chief McClellan, how long do you think it will take you until you get the situation under control?
Well, that's pretty hard to say. We don't know how many of them there are. We know when we find them, we can kill them.
Are they slow-moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're
real messed up. Yeah, they're all messed up.
In time, would you say you ought to be able to wrap this up in 24 hours?
Well, we don't really know. We know we'll be into it most of the night, probably into the early morning. We're working our way toward Willard, and we'll team up with the National Guard over there, and then we'll be able to give a more definite view.
Thank you very much, Chief McClellan. This is Bill.
These zombies are probably faster than me.
TV 11 News.
Thank you, Bill, for that report. Official spokesman declined to speculate just how long it may take to kill off.
Got to love that sheriff. Best line in the movie.
So long as they
yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up. There it is. Yep. The beginning of the end right there.
Is the fuse box in the cellar?
I don't know. It isn't the fuse. The power lines are down. Helen, I have to get that gun.
Haven't you had enough?
What? 2 people are dead already on account of that guy. Take a look out that window. Get.
What a coward. He's a coward, man. Now they're gonna start busting the windows in, and they've had enough waiting. The only thing that was keeping them away from the house was the lights on in the house. But now that the lights are off, they are more than happy to try to break down that door. See, at that moment, I would be attempting to break out of the house and run or go to the cellar. There's way too many to fight off. Way too many. Smarter than a lot of zombies, these ones arm themselves. Yeah. Return of the Living Dead has the smartest zombies of all time. Return of the Living Dead grabs the gun like an asshole.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yep, and now you're about to get yourself murdered. And she's okay with it, too. She's okay with it. Literally watched her husband get shot, and he was just like, she was like, whatever. I love how he doesn't help her. She wants a husband with hair, yeah? Or a husband that's not a fucking douchebag and a know-it-all. At that point, you get away from the door. At that point, you get away from the door. There she goes. Finally acting with some common decency. And just gets up and is like, all right, I need help. Obviously, she is not well. This is a weird and crazy scene. And how she murders her mom. And the screams are pretty insane. I would say she died way more brutally than her husband. And Johnny still has the keys. Yep. There's the one that got Johnny. And there's Johnny. And she got ripped apart, man. You already know she got ripped apart. There's the first one. And then does exactly what he told him he wasn't gonna do and lock himself in the cellar. And you know what? It worked, actually. Which is the irony of the movie. He does look cooler dead. I think it was his glasses that were making him look very nerdy. Stop standing there and saying, no, just freaking run. Yeah. There's a lot of moments where you should have been, like, turning around and just saying, that door's gone. I think so, Sebastian. I think so. It was probably a big, giant inspiration. I liked him with the glasses better, actually. Look at that, man. It actually is strong enough to hold him out. Yeah, I'm sure he had no problem with shooting him. Yep, that was the irony of the movie. He was right the whole time. That's probably why he is so mad at himself. Uncle Fester got killed twice by the same gun. And they got so tired of waiting that they're actually just doing other stuff now. Don't put the gun at my mom. Don't point the gun at Barbara. Ed, don't Yeah. This isn't exactly fair. Okay, but now he has to wait to be saved. Yep. Helicopter. That's a good sign. Huh, strange. I would have thought there was more zombies than just those few in the house. It's a very secluded movie. It's not really a big scope movie like a lot of other zombie films. Dawn of the Dead's where the scope got more insane.
Hey, Vince, Al, you want to get about 4 or 5 men and a couple dogs? There's a house over here behind those trees. We want to go check it out. You stay here, Bill.
Yeah, Chief, we're going to stay with it till we meet up with the National Guard.
Where'd you get the coffee?
One of the volunteers. You're doing all the work. You take it.
Thank you. We should be wrapped up here about 3 or 4 more hours, and we'll probably get into Willard Down.
Good man. You're doing all the work. Take this coffee.
Nick, you and the rest of these men want to come with me?
Well, Bill, I'm going to check in the office, see what's happening.
All right, Steve. Tell them we're going to stay with it, and everything appears to be under control.
This poor guy who's just been sitting in this house all night waiting for something. And he's been fine all morning. He was fine. Most of the zombies from the house. Yep.
They need you down there by the barn. Some of these guys can follow the wagon down. I only need a few men to check out the house. Somebody had a cookout here, Vince.
Yeah, sure looks like it, Cal.
Well, it got cleared up quite quickly. Yeah. At least in this area it did. Romero was a fan of Shaun of the Dead, yet he didn't catch the homage to this. Ned, we're coming to get you, Barbara. I'm glad to hear he was a fan of it. Right in the face.
He's the dead one. Get here. Nick, Tony, Steve, you want to get out in that field and build me a bonfire?
And this poor guy who not aware of the situation comes up and unfortunately
You drag that out of here and throw it on the fire. Nothing down here. All right, go ahead down and give him a hand. Let's go check out the house, man.
There's something there. I heard a noise.
like they clearly couldn't see he has a gun.
All right, Vince, hit him in the head, right between the eyes. Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
Yep, poor guy. Well, that's another one for the fire. They couldn't even see that he was holding a gun.
All right, send the wagon through directly out over.
It's unfortunate.
Keep those dogs back off of those things.
It's unfortunate. Shove some hooks in him and lift him with the hooks. All right. All right. Okay, everybody. That was Night of the Living Dead. The original Night of the Living Dead. All right, thank you guys so much for the likes. 26 likes, wow. Those hooks make me think of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, man. Yeah, all's well that ends well, as in I know, right? Okay, so I will go ahead and end the stream here, guys. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the Chad Video channel, and share the content. Really appreciate it. I will check you guys out in the next video, of course. Sorry, I will not be on. We've been on here for almost 2 hours now. Perfect time. Part of why I liked the remake was it was a zombie when they shoot him and then switching them another fire. The Cooper's death felt more deserving. I get that. I get that. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this Friday night. I will check you guys out in the next video. Please do take care. And it was really, really